No one told me I was gonna meet a German and move halfway across the world for love, but I did. 10 years has flown by, you guys. I have been living here in Germany for 10 years. It's kind of emotional to say that out loud. It's kind of surreal. It's exciting, terrifying at the same time. I feel like I need to put so much more pressure on myself, for example, to learn the language better, to be more integrated. But have you ever actually sat down, scrolled through your photos over the last years, and just kind of embraced what you've been through? Let's reminisce and let's look at the fact that Germany has significantly changed me as a human being. The things I have learned, the people that I have met, and the experiences that I have gained here in Germany, I will never take for granted. If you're tuning in here for the first time and you haven't met me before, my name is Jenna. I'm a Canadian who's been living in Germany for 10 years now. Oh my goodness, it's insane. So if you want to hear more about my journeys, my adventures, my experiences living on over here in Germany, don't forget to subscribe and hit that like button on this video so I can bring you more amazing content. Number one, I dress better. If you are coming from another country in Europe, you are going to argue me on this when I say that Germans dress very nice. I have mentioned that in previous videos before. I am a Canadian living in Germany. Germans dress nice. I dress better. I dress nicer. And while yes, it might be exhausting sometimes, I have to say that dressing nicer makes me feel good inside and out. Working from home isn't the easiest thing to do, especially when you wake up in the morning and you're like, meh, I just have video calls, nobody's gonna see me today. I'll just wear my pajama bottoms. Since living in Germany for 10 years, I wake up, I get my clothes on, I start the day fresh, I make my bed. This is not a habit that I started because I thought, you know what, this would be good for me. This is a habit because I live with a German, because Germany has changed me. I also have to say that I feel better in my body, not just because of the clothes I'm wearing, but also because I don't feel like I'm as sexualized, or my body is as sexualized here in Germany as it was back in Canada. I feel more open. Sauna culture, you guys, we've talked about it before. I love going to the sauna. I love being naked and not feeling like somebody's staring at me or judging me. I feel like it's my body and everyone accepts it here. Number two, I care a lot more about the environment. Perhaps that's come with old age. I was younger back in Canada. Maybe I was a little bit more selfish, naive, whatever you want to call it. Germans make a much more positive impact on the environment than from what I've seen back in Canada. Argue me on it if you want. I haven't looked at the statistics, but as a Canadian living in Germany, I've learned a lot more about the environment, and the Germans have taught me a lot about how I can be a better global citizen this way. I recycle like a boss, and yes, it's probably because I've had many old German ladies staring at me at the garbage can, just being like, watching my every move. I also love taking public transit. I take public transit absolutely everywhere here. I mentioned a couple years ago in my New Year's resolution video that I wanted to learn how to drive here in Germany. I did do that, and we do own one car between the two of us, which is actually very uncommon in Canada because public transport isn't as amazing as it is here in Germany. I also eat healthier food, which is better for the environment because the costs are a lot lower here than they are in Canada for fresh produce like cheese, milk, eggs, fruit, veg. Actually, you might have recently heard that one of the grocery stores here in Germany has put in a law where they actually cannot sell vegan meat more expensive than the meat product themselves. So they are going to be equal price, which means if you want to do your part for the environment, then it's cheaper to do as well. Although plant-based milk in grocery stores is still significantly more expensive than milk. But if you want to make this change, I have something to show you. I'm going to be doing one more good thing for the environment, switching to plant-based milk, but making it on my own. So my new Milky plant machine has just arrived. They are the sponsor for this video, so I will review it for you guys and show you what it's all about. Let's go. This baby makes any plant-based milk at home in less than 3 minutes. Almonds, cashews, walnuts, sunflower seeds, hemp seeds, pumpkin seeds, oats, rice, quinoa, and this machine right here presses any of those out into rich and creamy plant and nut milk in just a few minutes. So let's give it a try. And a little tip for making creamier oat milk, it is best to use very cold water or ice cubes, and try adding 1/4 cup of coconut flakes, as this will also make the milk richer and creamier. So let's mix it together and make us a steaming creamy hot pot of oat and coconut milk hot chocolate from Guatemala. So is it worth it? Well, I did just get it, so give me a few months to test it out, but there are definitely some huge pros so far. Let's see. I don't have to squeeze any of those nuts into like a canvas bag to get the milk out because let's be real, I would never do it. I have 2 kids. I don't find the time. There's no preservatives or artificial ingredients. And it's better for the planet because no cartons used, no plastic. And if you want to go one step further, you can actually take the leftover liquid and water your plants with it. And you can take the leftover pulp and add it to your baking dishes. An awesome perk is that I'm actually saving money in the long run because plant-based milk is cheap. Also, as a mom, one of the biggest things is that it's actually easy to clean. You just add water, press the cleaning button, and you're done. Also, kind of cool, Milky Plant actually plants 5 trees with every machine purchased. They are partnered with Ecology. I'll also leave that link down below if you guys want to check out their partnership. And they donate 1% of their profits to the foundation, 1% for the planet. You want your own Milky Plant machine? I'll include all the information you need down below. So what else has made me a better person living here in Germany? Well, I am definitely more pickier with my friends. By being pickier about which friends I choose, like a German, I have created some forever friendships that I am so thankful to have in my life. Point number 4 would be that I care a lot more than my health than I did in Canada. And yes, maybe again, it's because I'm getting a little older, but it's also because doing things that are good for your health here is considered normal. For example, I love to cycle here. I actually choose to take my bike even when I have the car at home. Maybe not necessarily because it's good for my health, but because I love being out. I love enjoying the nature and watching the people pass me by and pit stopping and filling up my water bottle in the summer from a fresh fountain in the Wasserschutzgebiet here in Düsseldorf. Life here in Germany pushes me to care more about my health, to do more for my body. Number 5, being a freelancer and working for myself means that you have to be extremely efficient if you want to get things done and you want to pay your bills. So, learning from the Germans, I have learned to become very efficient. I fill none of my business conversation with fluff. Like, how are you doing? How was your weekend? How's this, that? Tell me about your kids. We talk business and we work. Although I do love fluff here and there, and I do choose to incorporate fluff with some of the clients who I'm more friends with now, that's okay. And I have fun with it, and that's what makes me happy. But when it comes to somebody contacting me for the first time, asking me for my marketing packages, for example, I send them, I say, this is what you want, this is what you get, make your pick, end of story. I'm much more efficient. And with that being said, I would also add as a next point that I have finally learned what a healthy work-life balance is. It's not something that's hard to understand or a hard concept to grasp. It's just people don't physically feel comfortable working less and enjoying life more because it feels a little bit naughty. At the beginning, when I moved to Germany, I felt like I couldn't. I felt like I had to keep working. But nowadays, I'm so much better at it. I turn off my phone at the end of a workday. When my 2:30 p.m. alarm goes off, I know it's time to head out and pick up my kids. The phone goes away. And by doing that, I get to spend so much more time with my children, actually enjoying our daily lives together, which I absolutely love and I am so thankful for. And lastly, a big one for me is that I have become more cultured. Maybe it's incorrect to say I've become smarter, but I have become more educated in language and culture and food and history being here in Germany. I just have a much bigger appreciation for different cultural aspects, not only here in Germany, but around the world. I've mentioned this many times before, but I feel like Germany is this central hub to the rest of the world. And I feel like we're just surrounded by so much cultural opportunity to embrace different languages and food and culture. And it's just amazing. Like the fact that I can now say I'm bilingual is mind-boggling to me because as a Canadian growing up, we learn a little bit of French, but not much unless you're in a French immersion school. And I pretty much just came to terms with the fact that I was going to speak English for the rest of my life. No one told me I was going to meet a German and move halfway across the world for love, but I did. And I learned the German language. I'm still learning the language. Nonetheless, I can communicate in German. I am bilingual. It's like the craziest thing. So yes, I guess naturally what I would like to say is thank you to the Germans, to Germany for the culture and the society and all of the things that I'm able to learn here and all of these amazing things that I feel have made me a better person living here in Germany. Here's to another amazing 10 years in Germany, I hope. Und eine gute Rutsch ins neue Jahr. Vielen, vielen lieben Dank und wie immer, bis später.